Because as we've seen over the years, both our customers are demanding it, but also our local communities are demanding for us to be more sustainable. Apps has assisted us to engage in projects such as setting up our solar plants across the 4 farms. We've been able to cut 40% renewable energy across our farms, which not only reduces our costs, but also reduces our carbon footprint. It's important for our customers to know that we're finding the most sustainable ways to produce these roses, which will go a long way towards ensuring that in the future to the auction and also to direct customers.
So good morning once more. Good morning once more. I know you're enjoying your breakfast. I want to believe you're enjoying your breakfast. Allow me to request that you maybe nod to your neighbor. I know you'll be seated here for a while. If you do me a favor, just say to your neighbor. You wouldn't want to ask, or rather sit with someone you may not know the name for a couple of hours, even as we'll give you points to exchange ideas. Good morning once more. Welcome to the ABSA Global Markets Upskill and Economic Forum event. Really great to see you. Thanks for taking time. We know that you've traveled far and wide to come here. Thank you for making your time. I do take cognizance of the very many business leaders here, and I know we'll have a moment to recognize them. So I'll be running the day. I'll just paint the day, how the day will flow. And I want to believe we'll have a great session, a moment to exchange ideas, a moment to see what industry leaders are seeing, a moment to critique, just a moment to also infuse the ideas into our businesses, have a moment to unpack the economic numbers and just see what that reflects into our business. So my name is George Njoroge. I'm from Upskill Global Markets, CIB. We've met with a couple of you, and for those who have not met, really great to engage during the day, and I do trust that you'll enjoy the forum. We've been running this for a couple of years as a thought leadership session, just to add value to our clients, have a moment to also listen in. It's not really one directional, it's also a moment for us to listen to you, get the ideas that you do present, get different perspectives from the ground. As many, I know we have colleagues from across the globe, but as people will say in Kenya, things on the ground, right? I'm avoiding that Swahili word. But you experience this better. So it's also a moment for us just to listen in, get certain perspectives from the businesses and roll on. So I will unpack the day for us. We'll have a moment just to walk through the day. So we'll have a moment to check out the economic forum, economic data, unpack it, and then we'll also have one of our executives, I know she'll be coming in a moment, just to speak to what does that data represent to us? What does that data mean, really? And then after that, we'll have a moment to have a panel discussion. There are business leaders who will be in. I've seen one of our panelists here, our economist, Churchill Ogutu. We do look forward to hosting Vimal, and I'll let you know when he arrives. So there'll be a bit of protocol. I believe we'll recognize him when he comes. But I'll do advise you, and then after that, we'll have some Q&A, and then have some lunch. I trust that we'll enjoy our meals, been paid for. Please don't leave them for us. And I believe that the session will be valuable. So to unpack that, and I do also take cognizance, and I want to believe the next speaker will do recognize them. We have several business leaders from ABSA, senior leadership. I want to believe my senior colleague will recognize them. So I'll allow her to come and give her opening remarks. I will introduce her later when she comes to the panel. But for those who may not know her, she was recently appointed as Executive Director to serve in the ASL. This is what it's called the ABSA Securities Limited Board, which is a 100% subsidiary of the bank. She's been in this business, global markets, for more than 12 years in another bank, slightly more than 5 or thereabout in ABSA. She'll tell us more about that. So ladies and gentlemen, I do hope that you'll also give me a moment I'll do request that you'll help me welcome the speakers, welcome the panelists. We agree on that? You'll work with me on that, right? So ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together and welcome our Global Markets Director, Kenya, Stella Mambo.
Wow. Sorry about that. It's a really great this morning standing. As we always say, people say that after Valentine's, what say Happy New Year. But I think it's also important to acknowledge the year as it started. I hope you've been on a good start. And your business is also going through the cycles of the macro environment. So I'm here to just give my opening remarks around what we're going to cover this morning. I'm actually quite honored to be the one opening this session for today. It's actually the day 2 of what we call the Market Upskill events that we run as a series of events. And I'll be letting you know why we run them. But let me just share with you a couple of thoughts. So today's theme is the 2025 macroeconomic outlook. We're going to cover that. We'll also unpack some of the risk management themes that we're seeing across the different macro landscape. And more importantly, we're going to equip you with tools that you're going to use to be able to carry on your business in terms of forging and ensuring that you're managing those risks as we progress. Today, as we gather here, our goal is not just to access the outlook, but more important also, just for us to unpack what drives sustainable and strategic decision making. Ladies and gentlemen, in line with theme of today, which is structured investment and funding alternative solutions. We're introducing innovative investment ideas in the midst of declining interest rates. I think all of you are aware we are from a steep interest rate environment, changing geopolitical landscape. Obviously, you're aware about the COVID and the Russia-Ukraine, and more importantly now, some of the thematic we're seeing in the US market that will be able to unpack what's happening in that environment. We'll explore a diverse range of alternative financial solutions that provide businesses with greater agility and depth in managing liquidity. At ABSA, we are deeply invested in your story. As you can see, your story matters. That's one of our slogans. Because it truly matters to us. As a collective, we have an ambition to have a financial services group that Africa can be proud of. And because we are also a Pan-African bank. I think all of you are aware we are present now in 10 African markets. We have rep offices in UK, China most recently, the US as well. So I think that's a collective and a good landscape. We are committed to drive the growth of this continent and prosperity of our people. And we believe that bringing these kinds of insights in is our contribution to the reforms and the policy discussions that need to take place in our continent. Let me say that as ABSA, we've provided ourselves an African bank. We are rather an African bank that believes in making a positive difference in businesses or communities that we operate in. We recognize that your success is also our success, and ensuring that we progress in a mutually interaction. This forum, therefore, provides a great platform for meaningful conversation geared to helping you deal with the market challenges that we are seeing, and we've spoken about the macro, which we'll unpack, as well as scale up your export business, because we believe export sector is a key sector for this market. We have the diaspora remittances now north of about $4 billion a year, and also the tea ecosystem coming quite closely into that space. In terms of, we recognize that strategic partnerships are key. And for us, as your clients today, it's not just us giving you, it's also seeing areas where we can collaborate together. We do have partners we are walking through the journey. And as we go through the panel discussions, we'll be able to take you some of the collaborations we are having with key partners to be able to drive the business environment. As I conclude,